Welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Today, I'm going to be recreating the very first house I built in The Sims 4. Now, I've done something similar to this before, but this is the actual first house I ever built and made a video of anyway. I did build houses before this, but there were no videos. And that's because I attended a pre-launch event for The Sims 4, and we were able to record and build there. However, all my footage got corrupted and I never got anything. And then I went to another pre-launch event for Sims 4, and this one, I did get my footage from. But one of the restrictions back in the day was we could only record 10 minutes. Like literally 10 minutes, and that was it. So I built the house using rooms that I had pre-built. Let's just have a look so you get an idea of what I'm talking about. So this is the original video. Apologies for the quality because again, we had to record on their computers. Oh my God. We had to use the in-game recording. As you can see, it's got like the yellow outline. When you press V, it captures from the game. That's all we were allowed to do. It was bizarre. 2014, you'd think it wasn't that much of the dark ages, but it was, you know, that was before OBS, I think, right? Anyway, I had pre-built all of those rooms in the gallery, then I'm putting them down, making them fit together, and I built a house out of those rooms that I'd pre-built. Now, of course, I don't actually have those rooms anymore because I built them on a computer at an event and the game wasn't out yet, so you couldn't save them to the library. So those don't exist anywhere, neither does this house, except for in this video. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna look at all those rooms. We don't have that many, well, there's 7 rooms. So we're gonna look at those, we're gonna recreate them, then put the house together in a new 2026 way. So the way I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna keep looking at the video because I need to see the room, but we will jump into the game over here, which is a lot less blurry. And we're gonna build it. Now, I am just starting in base game, but I'm not gonna build this whole house in base game. I'm only starting in base game because it's gonna be easier to find the same original items. And then after that, we'll transition into just using everything. Anyway, so this room goes 2 across there, 1 down the front, then it goes 6 along the front. The other interesting thing is that these, so I'm gonna try and recreate the original rooms, but when I put the house together in that video, I obviously pulled and dragged walls in different ways, so they don't end up being the same shape. I also had medium walls. Oops, there we go. I'm not gonna worry about the outside paint because that actually does change anyway, but we'll get all the doors and windows. So I did this door, then I had these windows. I had a whole bunch down the side like this. And then there was one, I believe, maybe there. That looks about right. Okay. Actually, one thing I noticed as well in the build, if I go back to the video real quick for you guys, over, it's very hard to see, it's very blurry. That picture there, wait, let me unpause for a second. There you go. See how it looks like really low on the wall? It's a bit bizarre, but what I noticed is because that was such an early and in fact a pre-release version of the game, there was obviously still bugs in it. I mean, there's still bugs in the game now, but you know what I mean. So that was actually a picture that I had scaled up because you could scale up from the launch of the game, but when you saved it to the gallery, it didn't save the scaling. That didn't come till later. So that was actually supposed to be larger like that. So I'm gonna do the same thing. It's very hard to see where stuff actually was. So you're gonna have to bear with me and hope that we get this as close as possible. Surely, hang on, I'm not sure exactly where the lights went, but they were facing that way. I guess, how close am I getting this to the actual thing? You know what I mean? I honestly, I wanna get the exact same room because that would just be kind of fun. So I'm gonna do my best. Yeah, I think that's the right position. That's there. And then I think this is actually in line with the couch. Might even be a bit lower. Yeah, it's probably there. I think that's what I would have done. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong color. Be that one. And then the TV unit for some reason was, yeah, I think it was there. So this event where I built all these rooms, well, actually, we didn't even have move objects, but I'm gonna use move objects right now, just make it a bit easier, was in Sydney, Australia, where I was living at the time. And I was given the opportunity to be able to create 2 videos, because like I said, you could only record 10 minutes of footage, and that was for 1 video. But I was actually given the opportunity to record 2 videos, mostly because I had gone to the other event and all my footage was corrupted. So basically I had wasted my time. I didn't get anything. So they allowed me to do 2 videos from this event, and this was one of them. The other one was actually a tutorial on how to split level in base game. Okay, I think this was a little up. Yeah, it was actually right there. Little, like it's not quite on the grid. It was like about there. So I definitely use quarter tile placement, which is interesting, which is, if you don't know, if you press F5, hang on, let me grab let's grab a square object here. So normally when you place something, you can see you can place it in the middle of the grid or halfway between 2 other ones. But if you press F5, you can actually go 1 step smaller than that and go a quarter tile at a time, which is really handy if you still want things to line up nicely, but you want a little bit more granularity. And then of course you can also hold down the Alt key and then do free place and free rotation. But the quarter tile placement toggle is quite useful as well. All right, I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna do this first room because I got 6 more rooms to do. We can't be here all day. because I actually want to build the house. I can't be certain which table was there because we never see it fully before it gets deleted, but I'm going to go with that one. I think it was basically our room. I know it's beautiful. This was like maybe the third thing I actually built in The Sims 4. Stunning, isn't it, guys? All right, so that's our first room. Then the next room we're going to do is the kitchen. Actually, I'm going to save these to my library. Oh, wait, hang on. I just realized. So this is obviously previewing. And then as I place it, you can see there's some stuff just there. If I can figure out what that, wait, what is that? Just a, I think it is this table. It's so low res. Well, the room cost 11,101. Maybe we can deduce it from that and figure out what it was. So I put like this little, what is that? An urn kind of thing? What is this? Yeah, antique urn. Is that what it is? Oh, I'm 100 off. I think there's another item there. Like when I was looking at the video, you know what? There might be something next. Is there something else worth 100 simoleons that would go next to that? There's a plant, but that's, oh, it could be actually. All right, whatever. Let's move on. That's close enough. All right. So small living room, I think I called it. All right. So we saved that room. Let's just move it over here. Next up, I got to make the kitchen, which is going to be more complicated. The kitchen slash dining room. There it is. That's not a bad picture of it, actually. Get a good general overview of everything. I also do have these screenshots that I posted of the house at the time. Why those are two different heights? I don't know. At the time, but this obviously is not the original rooms because some of them I've sort of shifted the size of, but we do also have an overview of the floor plan, but this doesn't show all the items, but it does give us a better look. So if we can't really see something too well, this gives us more options. But yeah, you can see here, like that side table that I was trying to find doesn't actually exist in this version because I dragged that wall across and I actually removed it. So it was there in the original room, but it's not there anymore. And actually, this room has changed size as well, but that's okay. We're recreating the original rooms, but we can use this as reference. So you can see this room got wider because those windows are further apart now. But yeah, we can kind of get a better look at what items are in the room and then go from there. Anyway, I'm going to stop blabbing and just start building. So the kitchen and dining room starts off at this size. And I'm not sure exactly where these lights would have been placed, but I'm just going to place them probably where I would have put them. I think above the dining table and then sort of one just in line with this one in that space. Wait, that's they're not in line, sorry. Well, actually, maybe it should be there then, hang on. I even had a different colored wall, look at that. Okay, so I was able to recreate this pretty well. Then let's go ahead and move on to the kitchen. So it must be, it's definitely these counters, yeah. And it's back in the James Turner black and white era, so it's definitely these. And then I just attached the island here, and then we did a custom end island piece like this. Yeah, and for some reason, I think I had the kitchen, yeah, the range hood like that, where it was actually up quite high for some reason. And then the smoke alarm was above it. I don't know if, wait, these might need to go a little lower. I need to put windows in because I did have large windows over the counters. It actually looks like they were maybe at this height. Like this is the original room, but they actually get deleted in the final house build because they don't last for some reason. Now the fridge, okay, yeah, this is actually good because the fridge goes here and then the cabinets are right on top of it. So just here, but this will give us our height, which actually I guess these probably then are, maybe they are that height then. That would probably make more sense anyway. All right, here is my kitchen and dining area exactly as it was back in 2014. Look, not saying the style is great or it makes any sense. I don't know what's going on with these chairs and the kitchen and all that. Look, it's not horrible. It could have been better. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, that's our kitchen, recreated faithfully. Although having a look at this, I wonder if the lights were actually more here. Probably just make more sense. So I might just move those over. And that, yeah, that's fine above the dining table. There was no curtains in this room, so that's just the way it is. And I do think, at least it looks like these were potentially black, so I'm gonna make them black. And good news, the value of this room is exactly the same as the one from 2014. So I think I got everything that was supposed to be in there. Next up, child's bedroom 1. So what does that look like though? Is that I think that's just a 4x4. So we should, I think I can even probably recreate most of this just from that little thumbnail. Now we got a lot of colors on this, which I'm pretty sure most of these were added later on. Like I feel like we just had these first few. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be this one just here. It looks like I used the same light. This was like the only light in base game that produced light, right? Like back then, because we didn't have these. We didn't have that. Maybe, did we have this? I don't even know if we definitely did not have that one. There was very few lights that produced enough light. So we might not have. The flooring looks like a carpet, which is just going to be probably this one. Maybe even just the default color. I don't even think I would have changed it. Oh, maybe to that one. It's possible. It's hard to say. We'll go this bed, and it looks like, I think it's that one. The resolution of that thumbnail is very low, but I think that's what it is. And then it'll be, I think it must be that one. This light with the green. Okay, so we're getting some of those green elements. Like we got that green lamp there, which matches the green chairs. Okay. You know, we got some matching going on. And this has a very slight turn to it, maybe something like that. And for some reason, this kid's room has these flowers, but scaled up like this. I have no idea why I would have thought scaling up a flower pot in a kid's room was the way to go, but apparently I did. It was a different era, guys. Then we got the little ladybug guy there, and I think this one wait, could you hold down Alt back then? I don't remember. You must have been able to because it looks like it's about there. And then this one was a bit higher. So it was like, oh wait, these are actually, oh right, sorry, hang on. It's like this. I thought these were different colors on the same one. No. And then this one. And I think we had this dresser and the matching colors. There is something above it. I can't tell if it is a picture. It's possible. No, it's not that. Possible is that, or it could be, I'm thinking maybe this mirror, but I think it's in a different color. We'll have to see. And we have a nice big Blaffy right there, I think. Oh yeah, I see later on it is just a mirror in white. Oh, I see it. And then I have, it isn't on the mirror. Yeah, this one here. This is on this wall there. Yeah, so that's our kids' room, I think. All right, then the next one is 5. This is another kids' room. I think it's 5 by 3. Yeah, so I think it's just like that. We'll get the same floor. It's the same wall, but I think, is that a blue? I think it's potentially that one. Oh wait, actually, no, it's that one. Yeah, the lighter color. Yeah. And this room kind of seems like it's more themed to be maybe a teenager's room. I can't see what color that desk is. It might be, I'm not sure. We'll come back to that. I'm just using the room thumbnail to start off with. Don't know why, but I had a chair here as well. I think in the yellow. Yep. Yeah, this room is definitely more messy. I think we got some angsty teenage vibes in here. So I got a pile of clothes on the floor. Although it still skews, you know, younger because we have a nice tree decal on the wall, I think right about there. It does clip through those, but that's how it was originally. And then I think we had these. Ooh, how do I get this? Oh yeah, there. I put it I don't know why, but it's like wait, it looks way more yellow in the, wait a second. Did I use, no, I didn't scale one up. I don't know why I guess it must be that one. It looks way more yellow in the little preview, but anyway, I think it's just this. I use those blinds. The blinds are like fully down on every single window. But then they also have like this, you know, so they're having a good time. All right, that is the second child's room. Yeah, it's kind of like, I guess it's almost pushing a little bit older, but there's still like lots of childlike wonder in there, you know, with all the posters and decals and stuff. All right, so that's the next room. Okay, the next room we're looking at is a small bathroom. Looks like a, what, 2 by 4? That should be pretty easy to recreate. It's kind of funny because, I mean, 2014, at least for me, because it doesn't feel that long ago. Like it really feels like, yeah, it was just the other day, you know, we had 2014. But it's so funny looking at that video and how low resolution it is. It really feels like it was the dang Stone Ages. It feels so old. You can't see anything in it. It's so blurry. And then recreating it here, it's like, wow, look at the resolution of this thing. I mean, we could only dream of making 4K content back then. In fact, I don't know when did YouTube add 4K? Yeah, okay, never mind. 4K was added to YouTube in 2010. Really? Wow, I didn't realize it was 16 years ago they added that. Okay, well, I only started uploading 4K content like maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago. You know what? I don't know actually, but not super long. But I was uploading, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this one. I was uploading 720p content for a long time. And that's because the internet in Australia is just so bad. There was nothing else you could do. Like that was the option. I mean, you could do higher resolution, but with the frequency that I was uploading content, no, that's not the right one. There's no way I would have been able to upload at that resolution that quickly. You know what I mean? But thankfully now we don't have that problem. I can upload whatever. Okay, toilet looks like this one. It was there maybe? It's hard to say. You know what? No, it was opposite the door. Which is an interesting placement for a toilet. I don't know if I would have put it there now. I probably would these days swap these two around, have the toilet there. Maybe flip the door that way, so then the toilet's behind the door. Anyway, whatever. We're recreating. We're not innovating yet, anyway. Then when we put the house together, we'll change some stuff up a little bit. All right. It's hard to see what the tiles are, but I think it's probably just those ones. I keep forgetting I've got screenshots I can look at too. Yeah, I think it's, oh wait, no, actually, I think it's these ones? I think it's those ones. Yeah. It's definitely those ones. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Looking at one of the screenshots that I have a pile of towels just sitting on the floor. Like they're literally just sitting here. I don't know if they were supposed to be on something, but there's just a pile of towels. Oh, and then my mistake. There's also a little rug there. I think it's supposed to be like a bath mat. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Our next room is the master bedroom. or as we would say now, the main bedroom. I don't, like, what is there? Why did I do one scaled and one small? I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but that's what we did. A classy bedroom for all the masters out there. Okay. So it's a 5 by 6. I'll build it out here. So wait, where am I? 3, 4, 5 by 6. And I think it's, yeah, the same wood flooring as that. And then the wall is actually a bit yellow. We're using the same ceiling light. Floor actually goes this way. Yep, that's better. Certainly interesting, interesting furnishing in this room. I don't know that I would furnish this room like this these days. But look, when I was building this room, I was sitting in a, I don't know, like a weird function room. There was like 5 or 6 computers just side by side. You're just sitting there. You got to do it quick. I had very limited time. That's my excuse. I had this here. Then I was using, I don't know why I was using these so much. Like we have these in the other room as well. I got this, and then one was scaled up next to it. I don't know if we didn't have the shadow bug back then, like where you scale, it doesn't scale the shadow, but maybe we did and I just ignored it. I don't know. I'm not sure what color this was because I can't really see, but it does look like maybe I had this plan. Oh, this must have been scaled up. This must have been like this, I reckon. Oh, okay. And then the mirror was the same color as the one from in here. Yeah, I really can't see what color this is, but it might have been that. I don't know why I had these like that, but yeah, I think that's right. Oh, this actually did come with another door that was here because I guess that was going to go to the ensuite bathroom. Oh, that makes sense why I put because I was wondering why this was off center. Yeah, there was a door there. Okay, that makes sense. So we've got 6 rooms. I think I only need to recreate one more room, and which is the ensuite bathroom. Then we put it all together into our 2026 version, and we'll leave base game for that. But I'm honestly surprised how creating these small 7 rooms has taken me. I've been recording for an hour. All right, let's go 3 by 3. What? This bathroom is like way more detailed than the previous one. So the door's there. All right. Let me work on this. So we've got a 3 by 3. We've got the door there. I need the same tiles from the other bathroom because it looks like we got the same floor and the wall, but then we obviously have a different wall as well. I think we're probably using the same light as we are everywhere. Looks like, yeah, I think it's this wall. Again, for some reason, the toilet is right in front of the door. I don't know. That seems to be what I'm doing at the moment of these builds. I think I have a window here somewhere. And it looks like I'm just using that blind. Okay. So that I think is the original room. Actually, I'm missing something because there's a little bit more value in the original one. Let me see. Oh, I see what it is. It's actually a bathrobe. That makes sense. Oh, and I probably don't have the toilet roll holder. I probably added that in as well. So this goes there somewhere. And then I must have also had this probably. I can't see where it is, but I'm just going to put it there. This is actually more expensive than the original. So maybe I didn't have the toilet paper. Hang on. It was actually 3 simoleons more expensive. Oh, maybe one of the walls was also like that. Oh, yeah. See, look at that. +3. So now if I save it, that's the exact same price. Okay, we got that, folks. Okay, so at this point in the video, I've now placed all the rooms and essentially I'm moving stuff around to get them all to fit together. And I think this is where we should just deviate and do what we want in 2026. We have the rooms. The idea was that I would just have these rooms, I'd place it all together, and then that would make the house, which I think, yeah, we got some screenshots at the end. But if I go back, we can kind of see, oh, set color and intensity. Oh, I changed, oh, I just turned on the lights, right? Fair enough. Well, where's my final floor plan? Oh, I don't think I showed it here, dang it. Okay, that's how the house ended up. Some of the rooms have changed shape to fit things in. Things have been moved around, but now I have the exact same rooms as they were in 2014. So we've got the 7 rooms. We need to put these together into a house that works in 2026. So I'm going to load back up all my packs and all that. I've saved all the rooms. Here they all are. Beautiful. Look at this. We're back in action, folks. All right, we're back in the full game. We've got everything we need. So I think what would actually be interesting is, first of all, let's have a look back again. This was the original sort of floor plan I put together. And this is kind of what the exterior ended up looking like. We've got some interesting roofing going on, I think, because this kind of roof we couldn't do in Eve in 2014. That's what the front of the house looks like as well. And we just got another angle there. So I think what's going to be, oh, got a little bit of a roof glitch there. I think what's going to be interesting, and maybe what we should do, is I had a 10-minute time limit once I had built all these rooms. So maybe we do a 10-minute time limit, see what I can do. If it's really that bad, I'll give myself some more time. But I'm kind of curious to see where we're at and how these rooms place together. So let's see what happens. What I'm going to do is I'm also just going to get rid of everything because we started from a blank lot, right? And I had to go to my library and I had to load everything up. Is this going to be annoying though? Yeah, this is going to be annoying. Wait, if I prepare, you know what? I might even move my head down a little bit so I'm not right in the way. So now that I'm in the room section, okay, good. We load back into rooms. Let's see. I've got 10 minutes on the clock. Let's do it. All right, time is going. Let's go ahead and get the living room out. Let's place it in. I'm just gonna put it there. And then, you know what? I think what a better method to do would, not that. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna start this again. Okay, we got the rooms prepared. All right, take two. All right, here we go. Okay, we're gonna get out the living room. I was saying a better method, what I think would have been better to do at the time as well, is to get all these out. Although to be fair, I believe what I was doing it not like super fast because it was the first time people would have seen how build mode works and saving rooms. You couldn't even do like that. That was brand new to Sims 4, saving individual rooms. So all of this is new stuff. Where am I at? I don't even know how many rooms I've just pulled out. Is that all of them? I think so, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, wait, that's it. I'm missing one. The ensuite, right? Okay. Yeah, you couldn't save rooms like that. All right, so the idea is this is our main entrance. We have a kitchen here. This one I originally put like on this section, which I think still makes sense. I don't know if there's a better way of doing it. Let me have a look. We don't have to keep that archway there. That's just where it is. We also have this huge section here, which I think is like supposed to be like the whole area. What if I rotate it this way? Because those two walls match. But then we have this whole front area. That doesn't look good, does it? No. I do think maybe the way that I did it made sense, but I'd probably make some improvements on the layout. So that's going to go there. The problem was we moved this wall. Well, it's not a problem, but if I move this wall in, it actually makes it better because it opens up that space a bit more. You know what? I'm actually going to do move objects real quick. We didn't have move objects then, but you know, this is 2026. We do now. And I'm going to keep that table there. I'm going to move this archway over, which actually in 2014, we could only place it here or there. It had to be on full grid tiles. We didn't have like this sort of free sliding placement. So that is new, but I'm obviously going to use that. Put that there for now. Okay. So we had to make a minimal change to this room. I will also move this over just to fit that wall better. Okay, and then we got the bedrooms. We got a main bathroom. We do have a strange sort of house shape where, so if I put this room here, if this becomes our hallway, which is what I did originally as well, and I think I just had these like sort of come down the hallway like this, and then maybe I think I had this here. This was here. I know we just looked at the floor plan, and then yeah, I think the ensuite goes there. Although, wait, hang on. No. Hold up. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, no, I see. This way, sorry. No, this way. Yeah, okay, there we go. So it goes like this, and then the ensuite is supposed to fit into that spot. Okay, so like that, and then this goes there, although the doors do not line up, which I think is one of the original problems I did end up having. So I have to get rid of that door, and then we'll have to, obviously, I think I must have rearranged all of this. I don't remember. And also, these do not fit. So that's interesting, which I think was kind of part of the plan anyway, was that I join these all together so we can create a new house out of using rooms. Now, one thing I think, I'm not sure in the original floor plan, but I think these are not connected. Like we have this hallway where it's just, it doesn't really make sense. So I'm thinking, oh, this doesn't make sense, this floor plan. With a 10-minute time limit, this is actually kind of brutal to get this how I want it to be. Let's just get some lights in this hole. I'm just gonna, wait, why am I using that light? This is 2026, what am I doing? Use this light. Okay, let's get that in there. Just quickly. I think I'm going to need more than 10 minutes. I'm going to be honest. All right, so we've got this gap here. I guess the question is, do we make the ensuite bigger? Which would be strange, wouldn't it? I don't know what I did. I wonder if I made I think I might have moved the ensuite to stick out and then made that bathroom bigger maybe? Is that what, because that would make more sense than making the ensuite bigger like this. Because like, why would I make this bigger? I don't know, but I'm going to. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move all this over. I don't know why I have like shower stuff outside of the thing. Also, we've got this really fancy picture right there. Beautiful. And then a really big bathroom. What the heck? I'm going to move that there. I'm going to flip. No, the door's going to stay that way. That's actually fine. Sure. It's a bit of an awkward spot, I'm going to be honest, but we got to work with what we got here. All right. Go in here, get my toilet paper. No, I don't want that one. I want this one. Toilet paper roll right there. Okay. Look, it's not ideal. Can I swap all these lights out to these other ones now? Alrighty. All right. We got, oh wow, I've already used how have I used 5 minutes already? Okay. I've also got to do the entire exterior. So what am I doing here? I'm not sure how to get this to flow together nicely, at least within my allotted time, because obviously these should join together. I'm thinking the kitchen actually just needs to change flooring because it's just going to flow a bit better having the same flooring throughout. And then, how do I do this? Maybe if I push this back and I swap this room around a little bit. Hang on, put the door there so it's in the hallway. Then this now, but then we have such a big space here. Just trying to figure this out. Because if I just get rid of these walls, I don't want to just get rid of all the walls though, because then it's too open. There's too, like this whole space actually is very bizarre. There's so much room here of nothing. Oh gosh. Okay, well, that's just a quirk of the house. Hang on, let me go back to this. So that's how it was. We could, I mean, really you'd have a wall here and then probably change this into this room. That probably makes more sense. And then, okay, let me just paint these walls. Okay, and then I need to paint that wall and then I need an archway again. We could actually get a bigger archway now because we've got a few more options for that, which probably makes more sense. We're gonna do like a big archway there because now we have this sitting room. Not ideal, but it is what it is. I'm gonna move this over there. Okay, that's gonna go above that. Sure, we got this large scaled up thing. You know, we'll keep the scale up. It's a little bit of fun. This I'd probably change to match the skirting a bit more. Yep. 3 minutes 42. Okay, this house is not going to be beautiful in the 10 minutes, all right? Let's manage our expectations here, chat. All right, let's get this out, get these out. Okay, that there, that one there. Could we do a chandelier over the table? Might be nice. I don't have a lot of time. Do we just do one of the base game ones? Maybe. That's cute. I don't love those chairs. I'd want to change those, but we'll come back to that. Let's at least get a functioning house, which we kind of have. We do now have like this space where the entrance of the house is not great, I'm gonna be honest, because we're entering into this living room, which is fine, but then we have all this space here. It'd probably make more sense if you push this. It's so awkward. Like this feels like an entrance, but then that's the kitchen, and then this whole space is just kind of awkward. Like, why do we go like, I don't know. Anyway, that's just the way the house is. Nothing I can do about it now. I've got 2 minutes left. Okay, move this back, put it over there. All right, get rid of the outlines. And then we're gonna move the house up. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it was on. Okay, beautiful. And then we're gonna do a front porch. I gotta get this done quickly. Put that there, put that along. Didn't mess having anything inside. No, we're good. We did use, I think this one. I mean, I'm not trying to do the exact same, but I kind of like, oh wait, no, I didn't use this one. I think I used this one. Wait, what the heck did I use? Oh no, this one. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to do the same house, but you know, let's start here and then we're gonna have to, change it up. All right, paneling. Now, I guess I didn't really style this house like it made sense in Oasis Springs at all. It's just kind of, it is what it is because it's here. Oh my God, I got 1:52. I think I remember practicing exactly, like I think I did the construction of the house multiple times to make sure I knew what I was doing and where I was going. And I definitely changed those windows. I think I even put a window here somewhere, even though it intersects with like the counters and stuff, just so it matched on the outside. Oh, well, not there. I think I did something like that, so we had another window. Because otherwise you end up with this front of the house. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. All right, well, let's see where we end up. I've got, how much time do I have left? Well, 1 minute. Okay, good Lord. All right, well, let's see what we can do. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where I'm going with this now. They got to do a roof on this section as well. Okay. It's not a great shape of house, I'm going to be honest, for, oh wait, that doesn't make sense. That's got to go back. For roofing this to fit it all together. I mean, look, we can make it work, but we'd probably want to change the shape up a little bit. Do this, and then that's going to join into that. It sticks over a little bit, so we're going to move the eave back in, which I don't think I could do back then, so that is good. This, I think, will also just be one of these, because I'll probably do a porch roof. I got 40 seconds! Oh my gosh, okay. Well, how do I have 40 seconds left? Well, I have less than that now. I also don't have a back door, which I do have on the original house, too. Okay, so I've gotten slower, I think. Maybe in my old age, I've lost my edge. My speed building edge. And then I did bricks up here for some reason. I don't know why, like that. And then I got to do a porch roof. I got 15 seconds. Oh my God. Okay, I'm not going to get it done. I want to do a porch roof. I don't think I had a porch roof then, actually. All right, we're definitely going to spend more than 10 minutes on this. All right, I got 5 seconds. All righty, looking pretty good. That does not fit. Oh, stop it. Okay. All right, well, that's where I ended up in That's tragic. That is bad, man. Okay, let's have a look at what it was again, just as a reminder. Look, the original is no prize either, but it's better than this. So that's where I ended up. So yeah, the side of the house. Wait, let me go back to where's the floor plan? I want to look at that again. Yeah, look, I have some like roofing issues as well in the original. I only had 10 minutes. Okay, there's the floor plan. Hang on, let me bring it up just there. Okay, so yeah, you can see I had the issue with this central section. We need to sort that out. Like with the hallway and all that. And then, yeah, if we look at the bathrooms, I actually made the main bathroom bigger, which I think makes more sense than making the ensuite bigger. So maybe we do the same where we just shift this wall over one. But you can see in that one, I actually had it stick out here. So we ended up with a more odd roof, I think, because of that. And then what else did we do? This looks the same over here. I think this is basically the same. I obviously just made this room shape different. I think we need to figure out the entrance. And I added a window here, and I think I removed the side ones because, yeah, I don't think those look particularly good. Oh, and I made this room bigger. Wait, how did I make this room bigger? Which way did I go? Oh, so I see what happened because I dragged this down, but in the other one, I actually made the living room go back, which actually would make more sense now. Maybe we do that because, yeah, this room is quite small. I'm thinking we could probably move the entrance to this wall. We rearrange this a little bit with the dining and we could probably get some entrance foyer that makes more sense. So let's see what we can do with a little bit more time. And in fact, I want to do a stopwatch to see how long this takes me. Okay, we're in overtime now because at 10 minutes, we ended up with a tragic looking house. So let's let's fix this up a little bit. I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's just move this along because it's just gonna be easier. I want to try and keep as much of the stuff that I had, even though it does look a little silly, some of it, but where'd my toilet paper roll go? There we go. Move it there. Okay, so that makes that room smaller, back to where it was, which I'm fine with. We'll leave that door there because it kind of needs to be there. I'll keep the mirror, of course. This, I'm gonna move, I don't know. I'm just gonna put it in the shower. It just makes more sense. Do we need this picture? Yeah, we'll keep it. That's our fancy picture. We'll get our towels over here, I guess. We have candles for some reason there, but whatever. Toilet, I guess, is under the window. That's all right. Okay, so then that means we can move this wall of the living room back this way. And we can spread out the windows a bit more, make the room a little bit bigger, which I think also makes more sense. And I'm gonna move that couch a little bit in and we're just gonna rearrange this just a little bit. I don't know why there's a mirror there, but there is. Look, we're gonna try and keep the furniture the same anyway. Okay, so the door is there, which I don't love. I think the door is gonna make more sense here, but I don't know if I want it going like directly into the kitchen. It's not uncommon to do that, but I guess given this house, I don't think I wanna do that. So we could have, it'd be nice if the hallway lined up with the rest, you know, that one over there. Is there a way we could do that? Like if I do this, and can I move this room? And then is there a way, I guess if this whole room moves here, this whole hallway can shift to here. Okay, hang on. I don't know where this is going. Just put that there for now. Okay. Then we move this inward. I think this can come in as well. I don't think that needs to be there. That can come to here. So it shifts along and actually opens the opportunity for a window there as well, potentially. Okay, so then we just have one really long corridor, which I don't know if is ideal either, but I think that's better because then what we can do, I think we would potentially wall that. So have like a little, its own, get like a little entrance foyer, put this archway there. Because even though it's still one big hallway, having defined spaces in the hallway, I think works decently. We'll figure that out in a second. And again, I just want to say, this is by no means going to be a perfect build, okay? I'm working with the rooms we've got, trying to like not like overly change the original, but obviously still change the original. So we've got the island there. Is there a way, where would we put this dining table? Let me move this little thing here for now. I don't know if I love that. I think I did actually remove that in the final house or it got deleted by accident. Let me get rid of those windows. Okay, so then if that's like that, we could have the door to this room here. Dining is kind of, the dining really does not fit particularly well because it just feels like it's in the middle of the kitchen. Like it doesn't, and we got this like island here, which if I could just rotate the entire, like this whole section, it'd probably make more sense, right? Because we got 2 extra tiles. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'd have 1 extra tile on the end, which is all right. But it just makes more sense facing it that way instead. So maybe can I just, the easiest way to do it is pick up the room, do this, put it there, and then we make it one less, we can make it one longer here, and then we make it one less wide. I'll just move this stuff out of the way. This room is a mess right now. It's okay, we're getting there. Put that there. Okay. So then I can still have this table. I think I just put it there. Maybe I'll put that in the corner. There's actually no bin in here, but I didn't put one in the original either. So this was a hallway table. So in fact, I'm going to put it there. I might get rid of the urn. I don't think we need the urn on it. Move that there for now. These are going to be replaced by the door. And then I guess we'll just do maybe 3 windows. Yeah, that probably works. I don't love those curtains, but that's where we're at. This little entrance rug. Door should probably go the other way. So it opens that way. And then maybe this can go here. And then we can do something there. I don't know. That does create a problem of there's the windows on the front though, doesn't it? I might actually have to remove the cabinets because I think it's gonna be much harder having cabinets there if we also want to have windows on the house, which you know, windows would be nice. Do that there. Do that there. No, I can't go there, can I? I could have one there, and then I can have one there if I just get rid of that. Then we have like, maybe I just get rid of the overhead cabinets. Not ideal though, is it? But it does make the outside work a little bit better. Get rid of that roof. I'm not convinced by that, to be honest. I don't think that this is the best layout. But again, trying to work with the original items and all the stuff that we have. I guess the question is, do we have archways everywhere or should I have some doors? Because that might also, in fact, maybe this is better. Like maybe this is just nicer as like a spandrel. It could actually be nice. Because now it is, even though it's still open to the hallway, it's still like a defined space. I think it's maybe a little bit too big. Does that have that? No. We could maybe extend the wall a little bit on either side, I think. Actually, I think we should have a little bit of wall here and here. No, do not copy that. So it still feels more like a defined sort of archway area. But then it sort of also makes this its own room. Whoops. But it's also still open. Maybe I should do the same kind of color as everything. So it sort of matches a bit better. Okay. I don't mind that. All right. Well, then we can move. Well, hang on. I actually haven't figured out the dining yet, have I? I mean, I guess it goes here. It's just so awkward. I think I need to make this room bigger, actually. Maybe I need to go this way. If I just go this way one, it also just feels... You walk into this room, there's just a dining table there like that? I don't know. Maybe this needs to be a door. I think maybe a door would help us out. I don't think it's going to help us much. Don't get me wrong, but I think it might help a little bit. Where the heck is a door? How about this? No, I don't. It needs to be glass, I reckon. Where the heck is the door I'm thinking of? I thought we had like a nice French door. I think of this, maybe this one. I mean, it's not that nice though, is it? No, a door feels weird. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I think it needs to be open. Or maybe it needs to be a spandrel. Hang on. Maybe we need to do this. Maybe it needs to be this. But then no, that feels really messy. Those don't line up at all. I don't like that. Okay, time check. I've spent an additional 10 minutes already. I just feel like the dining in this space is quite odd. I could definitely do it like that, but then I just kind of feel it shoved over there. What's all this? Like we've got so much space that's just not utilized. Like what is it? This is just like another hallway, which I guess if it is another hallway, why don't we rotate it? But then the table's still in the same spot where it's just like, you walk into the room and there's just a table there. But maybe that's just how it is. Is that weird having a door and a door like that? It is weird, isn't it? Okay, I think I'm going to do a closed door to the living room because then that can be open and it doesn't feel, because it just kind of feels weird it just being open and you look through like that. I don't think that made sense. All right, so the dining is there. Right, okay. I think I'm getting somewhere now. I could have the windows like that on the outside. That kind of works. Obviously the inside is looking a little rough. I did originally have a counter there, but I've since removed it because it's where I put the dining table. Got that there where I feel like you could chuck your stuff down over there. Like this is a little breakfast nook area. I think I'll change these windows though. So I think we could probably do a window. It's kind of nice to have a couple windows there. Then we can get back some of the overhead cabinets. We haven't lost them all. I think I'm going to swap. Oh, wait, no. We actually didn't end up having a microwave in the final build, but I think I'm going to get rid of it. So I'm going to get rid of that. We don't have a bin. I think I might add one in. I'm going to put it back here so you can't see it in that shot there. Okay, so then that's the layout there. That's the entrance. We have a hallway here. Okay, I think this layout at least makes a little bit more sense. I'm not thrilled still by the dining area. Like I think that really we just need to do a whole new like kitchen area, but that's not the point of this build, right? Okay. We're taking the rooms that we had, trying to adjust them to fit, which I think we've done. Oh yeah, I moved that over there, right. My ensuite's over there. I actually don't know how that got over there. Wait, that's not my ensuite. That's my ensuite. Wait, what? When did I do that? Wait, I don't even know when that happened. Okay, well this is supposed to be here. And then we could do another 3x3. Yeah, so if I'm going to pull this out and I'm going to move this over manually just for a second. And if I do that, I didn't lose anything. Okay, good. Because I just wanted to get the shape right and then we'll rearrange stuff. And then that's going to go here. Cool. All right. We've got 2 3x3s. I could leave this as a smaller room if I just obviously get rid of that window too. If I just make this come back in, which doesn't actually fit with the toilet because the shower is, let's leave it as a 3x3. That's fine. We'll figure that out in a second. Okay, so over into this one, we got the door there. I think I'll just end up putting the toilet there then. That probably makes more sense. Move the bathrobe there, little toilet thing there. Door opens there, covers the toilet. Vanity is here, which we could probably get a bigger one. I don't know why there's towels on the floor either. I'm going to get rid of those. I don't know why I did that. We could probably get a bigger one, but I'll just do that for now. So that's fine. Larger bathroom for the main bath. There is also a door at the back, which I ended up doing this. We had like we had a back porch. There we go. So I guess it's almost like a shotgun style home. which would make more the roof would make more sense over in Willow Creek, but we're in Oasis Springs. I don't know why, we just are. So it just is what it is. So we'll do that, and we'll have some stairs in a second. We also have a lot of different sections coming back on the side here. I wonder if it's worth just making this room bigger, just to flatten out the side of the house. I think that just probably makes more sense. It gets a bit more room for us there too. Move that over there. That was by the bed. There you go. Okay, so that goes there. I think the next step after we do this is to give this house a makeover, like a complete renovation. The tiles I use outside, I believe. Yeah, with these. So we'll do that and that. So my door is now on the left. Okay. I think that makes sense. Yeah, that's nice. I'm going to get these around the back. Those can just go probably just in front. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so as for the windows around the outside of the house, we got like one there. There is a lot of windows. I think there's probably too many, honestly, but I think that'll do. Okay, so then the bathroom, obviously the door is there. So I do think I actually ended up changing the layout of this room quite a bit in terms of where it was from the original. Like I think I shifted stuff around quite a bit there. Maybe the shower then goes there, and we actually moved the toilet here. But then whatever, it doesn't matter. Does it matter? No, not really. The toilet's right in front of the the door. Even though I've been talking about that the whole time, about not doing that. But here we are. Here we are, folks. I mean, I suppose I could have just, I could probably leave the shower there, couldn't I? It would make more sense then. Put that back in there. Okay, move that over a little bit. All right, so then you come in there, see the shower, the toilet's over in that corner. Move that in from the wall a little bit so it's not clipping through as much. Okay, so I think that then everything's kind of where it should be. Now, that's not to say the furnishing is great or anything, because it's not really, but it's, I guess we haven't done the makeover. Now, let's redo the roof, because this ain't it. So what I want to figure out is what the heck we're doing with the porches. I feel like having actual porches and porch roofs would be nice. It'd probably help the look a little bit. So if we go, I need one there. I need one on the corner. How do we do the other ones? Although we end up with too many columns if I do all of them. So maybe just there and there. That's probably fine. And then around the back, get the fence in. Get a column. This one might need two. Otherwise it might not look like enough. Okay. Then I'm going to do a flat floor over just so we actually have a roof over that section. And then I'm going to have to figure out how the heck we're going to roof this and make it look half decent. Okay. Right, so we've got our house. Beautiful. Let's do the main body of the roof, which is going to be this section, like this. I guess actually my question is, do I want to have a porch roof that's separate from the main body? Maybe. I don't know why I made that so low, by the way. Bring that up a bit. The eaves out on that. And then I think I'll just do another section here to fill in this little section that sticks out a bit. There you go. So those two overlap. And then we're going to figure out how we're roofing this, because this whole room sticks out, which is interesting. And then we've got this section here as well. Do I want to have a roof like this? Yeah, this will probably work. So we'll go like this and make it fit. Oh, that's not the right shape. Make it fit in with the roof there. I'll choose textures and stuff in a little bit. Then can we do a porch roof like this? Will this fit? Yeah, so we could actually do the porch roof just like that in the back, and that works totally fine. Or we do the hipped roof. And this could be just the same angle as a regular roof, but I don't know if I want to do that. Let's see. Let me just get the same angle first. There it is. So it'd be like that, but it'd have to go all the way along to there. Oh, and then further back, which I guess does make it fit in a bit more. Maybe that does look better on the back. So yeah, we either do that or I guess this, right? Well, it'd be the other roof that we'd started off with. I think maybe I do like that. Okay, well, how are we going to do the front? Well, if we're going to do the same kind of thing where the main body of the roof is just the house roof, in fact, that up a little bit, it would be like that. Then we need to roof this section, which is kind of difficult because it's pretty wide, but it sticks out. So it's kind of, let's just get another hipped roof here like this. Bring that in. But that's how you roof that section, but obviously then it doesn't join. But then you have to get another piece, rotate it this way on the thin side, which actually doesn't help because, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, okay. It's going to actually be, it doesn't join the roof is the problem because it sticks, the way it sticks out, I can't get this to line up in the roof. By the way, this one has been another 20 minutes on top of the original 10. This shape of house is very non-conducive to the roof fitting particularly well. Because like I do that, then you can see how it doesn't line up. So what I would probably do is we'd want a section of the house that maybe sticks out there. Then this could be roofed separately. So maybe, can we do that? Like if I just add a section of the house there. Because then that makes roofing this portion a lot easier. You just grab one of these and size it to fit. Oop, not like that. Like that. And then, oh wait, then we still have the same, right. We can still do it, but not like that. Hang on. The problem is this little extra section here because it has to stick out like that. And then even if we meet it here at the same roof angle, it's not going to fit. So you'd have to do a lower angle, which I guess works, but it doesn't look as good. I guess the next best option of what I would do, can we extend this room? So make that room way bigger there. Get rid of that window. Then that gives us more roof body to work with. Let me just pop that there and then that. Oh, but then we have pop that. Oh, wait. How is this still not fitting together? There we go. All right. So we have the roof joined like that. Well, hang on. Can I get rid of this bit then? Like, what if I just do this? Yeah, because we could just have like that. I guess we'll change this bit. So it's the gable end of the roof and then drag it in there. So then that just works better because that fits together with the house. All right, maybe we do that. So we've just made that room a lot bigger, which I guess is all right. Both of those rooms are a bit bigger than they were. I do need to put all those windows back that I just deleted. So let's do that. Wow. Stunning looking house, isn't it? Okay, then I guess, let me just adjust these so they're not like randomly in the middle of nowhere. There's just a bit more room. There you go. All right, let's space out a bit better. We have this big, long hallway down the middle. We've got a couple bathrooms there. The living room off to the right, which I suppose maybe would be better if the door then was like back over here, because then this couch isn't against the door as much. That picture on the wall. Okay. All right, that's making a bit more sense to me. I can move that over as well. It doesn't need to be right in the corner. I'm going to change out all these old lights I was using. All right, we're 26 minutes over my 10-minute time limit now. Fantastic. Oh, actually, you know what? Instead of making it like a Willow Creek shotgun, could we make it like a house that actually fits here in Oasis Springs? Like, wouldn't that make more sense to make it feel more like these houses rather than the opposite? So we got like brown windows and kind of got like a stucco on the outside, some stone as well. It does mean that the interior does not match, but maybe we can at least match it into the world. Well, then we have to do the interior makeover as well at some point, right? Get the wood trims around this. Oops, I didn't mean to do that one. Oh, okay. And some of these things. Yeah. There you go. Well, maybe I need to do more sections of roof like that to match the aesthetic. Well, the aesthetic a bit more. Okay, we're getting there. I think it's starting to look more like it fits this particular neighborhood. Is it a great looking house? No, but it fits in. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. I'm actually going to add an empty floor on this whole level. We already have a little bit, as you can see. Come all the way along there. Get this section and that bit. Okay. What that's going to let me do is get a floor trim along that whole area. Hang on, if I go here, that we can actually see it. Maybe more like that one so it sticks out a bit more. I don't know if you can really see it anywhere else, actually. Just on those bits, but it's there. It's definitely there. Oh, maybe we could do those actually on the balcony. That might be a better idea. Let me try that. Instead of having those fences, we go to the window section, get these tall, yeah, like that. Maybe like that, does that? I want it like fully dark like that? Yeah, I think so. And then we'll do the same on the front. The interior does not match this. I think we might have to do a makeover at some point. Oh, can I do, actually, I don't know. It doesn't work above stairs, does it? Like, I don't think I can do an archway on the stairs, which is actually kind of annoying. Because it'd be nice to have it there, but I don't think it'd work. Okay, I'm at 30 minutes over my 10-minute time limit. So let's get some, what do we have around here? We got some palm trees. How about we make a little circle garden planter? In fact, I'm going to go down like that. Yeah. This is fancy stuff right here, folks. So I'm using circle floor pieces, and then I'm doing a platform sunken into the ground. Then if we use the matching platform trim, so it looks like that, we put our trees in it. I don't know, it's kind of cool. Seems fancy. I can't sink it. Oh, I'm going to use half walls. I can't sink this bit down because it's attached to the house there. But maybe I can do gravel and then just like a little garden trim. I could actually, I think I can do a little curve there because I like the curves because it matches. Oh wait, actually I might not be able to place that. I kind of forgot because this is a floor piece. It can't join that one. So I don't think I can put it right in the corner. Can I cut off that bit? I can't put it there, but I could put it here. Okay. Oop. I can do that. Just have a corner there, but not like a curved one there. That's kind of interesting. This little garden bed like that. It's kind of cute. What do you guys have? Well, actually, there is a lot of grass around here, so I imagine they're probably watering a lot. But I like that idea. I'm gonna get another one of these little circles over here. I just kind of like the look of it. Might do something like this as our main footpath, and then in between that, do some gravel. Is that a different color to that one? I think slightly, but whatever. I could do like the floor tiles, but then I don't have like the really straight, sharp edge, which I actually don't want on that. So that's why I was sort of leaving it more like that. And then we'll get out our mailbox and our bin, which I don't know, where am I going to put this? Could just put it around the back. Maybe I'll put it around here. There you go. I guess I'm not really doing anything outside. I think what would be good is to come back and then maybe update the interior or something. Actually, these doors I could probably at least change to match a bit better. Because the actual interior furnishing in this place is kind of... It's kind of crazy because it was done what 12 years ago now. Yeah. So I'm actually kind of surprised that actually fits kind of well. Like it's actually not that bad. It's honestly better than I thought it would be. We could do like one of these up here. Does that, oh, can I not put that on the roof? Let me turn move objects off for a second. Oh, I thought this placed on roofs. I guess not. Put this thing on the roof. Do any of you guys have that? No. I don't know. I was just thinking what, we don't have any fireplaces or anything, so maybe I'll just leave it. I might just dry out some of the grass back here. Because I mean, we are in the desert. Like, so I think blending some of that into the grass as well. Like maybe it's not watered as much just in this area. And then just a simple landscaping. I think that, you know what? I'm happy with that. It's taken me an additional 39 minutes to get to this point. But I think that's good. I don't think the valley in this roof would be that much of a problem given we're in the desert. I probably wouldn't want to do this if there was a place with a lot of rainfall or a lot of snowfall. But usually that can be handled all right in the real world, assuming it's built properly. But I like the look of it from the front. Yes, this is my first official Sims 4 house build video recreated, I guess. I don't want to say redone because, you know, it's all the same rooms, but I fit them together in a new way. I guess it's the same idea, just done in 2026. I mean, I guess it's still mostly base game. I didn't actually use, did I use anything from other packs? I actually don't even know. I guess we can find out. Oh, well, that's not how build. My first house build, 3 bed, 2 bath. All right, save that to my library. Let's see, did I use anything? No, it's actually still fully base game. So there you go. I didn't intend to do that, to be honest, but I guess what we should do, because look, I'll be the first to admit, this is not an amazing house. Let's be real. Like it does not look incredible. If I started from scratch, we'd do something different. But I think given that we recreated all the rooms, room for room, like the exact same item placement, and then we put it together within that 10 minutes, failed, and then spent some more time, I think it's come together nicely, you know? It is kind of wild. But hopefully you found this interesting, because I mean, I certainly did. Like looking back at that very first video, I remember sitting in that room at that event, just making all those different rooms and then piecing them together as quickly as I could, because I only had 10 minutes. I had to do it. Then the next thing I did is, because it was in the city and I lived in the suburbs, I jumped on a train, I headed back home as quickly as possible to edit that video together, upload it as soon as possible. Then I went back to the city because there was like a dinner for that event. So I went back and forth. The travel alone, I think, was like 3 hours that day. And I might have done it twice because I feel like, because I could make 2 videos. I think I made a video, I went home, posted that, then I came back and did it again. Because I think I was just grinding it out, trying to get it done as quickly as possible. Anyway, thank you so much to my top level members for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching this video. Even though, again, I know this is not the best build. You're probably like looking at this like, why did I watch this video? I think this video is more nostalgia, maybe for me, maybe not as much for you. Hopefully you found it interesting. It was a lot of fun for me to do. Let me know if you want me to actually post those rooms, those 7 rooms to the gallery, because it might be fun to see what you guys do, and feel free to fully make them over. If you do want to see it, maybe we could do a version 2 of this where I take those, we start with the rooms again, but first we make over the rooms first, then try piecing them together again. Like that could be fun. Like we use the same shell of the rooms, but we just refurnish each of the rooms. That could actually be a fun way to revisit this again and have a completely different house. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and have an awesome day.